Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to show you my completed pages for March 2025. Last month I colored in total 12 pages. So let's have a look. The first two pages were a double page from Mein Fantastischer Ozean, or in English Lost Ocean by Joanna Basford. This underwater double page spread was my very first colored double page and took me half of February to complete. However, I was finally able to finish it at the beginning of March. My first thought was to come up with 3 color combinations, one for the little fish, one for the seahorse and one for the jellyfish. But because of the position on the page, it would look like a zigzag line for each color combination. I didn't want that, so I came up with 12 color combinations that repeat with a different animal on the second page. This way, each little scene looks different, except for the halves on the edges. I used my Castle Art Soft Touch colored pencils and a light blue soft pastel for the background. Then I added many little glitter highlights with gel pens from a bag. The next page is from Mein Winterspaziergang by Rita Beermann. I colored this landscape with early bloomers. I wanted it to look like there is still some snow in certain places. To base some elements, I used Woohoo brush pens and Castle Arts watercolor pencils. Then I used my Castle Arts gold colored pencils to color the page. I painted over the black lines on the clouds and the snow areas with a white acrylic paint pen from Höhenart. The line around the flowers looked for me like frost, so I gave them a shimmer with metallic watercolors. As long as it was still winter, I want to color more pages in Mein Winterspaziergang and choose this northern light scene. I used my Castle Arts Gold and the Harmonious pencils. If you want to know how I color the mountains, check out my How I Color Snowy Mountains video. Finally, I added some highlights with Pentel Hybrid gel pens in gold and silver and white lines with a Höhenart acrylic paint pen. Next, I colored a page in der Natur, or in English Botanicum by Maria Trolle, to welcome spring. If you want to see how I color this wreath of crocuses and grape hyacinths, you can watch my color along for this page. To fill up the gap in the middle, I added another crocus plant and a bee. I want to color 1 page per month in Ivy und der magische Schmetterling, or in English Ivy and the Inky Butterfly by Joanna Basford, including March. I colored the first real page with a mix of Castle Arts metallic, gold and watercolor pencils and used gel pens for the small details. I started with the gold elements using the Castle Arts metallic pencils. Then I want to use some more pencils from this set and used some greens and reds. That makes the page a little bit dark when the metallic areas are not in direct light, and that also the colors are actually not that dark. Next, I colored a page in this Disney coloring book. I colored the first page with the Incredibles. Also, the paper feels like copy paper. I used watercolors and then shaded with no-name colored pencils on top. For the background, I painted this brick wall with watercolors. I really like how it turned out. This page is a freebie from R.J. Hampson's March newsletter. I started it on the terrace in good weather. Also, the Castle Art Soft Touch pencils are called Soft Touch. They are harder compared to the gold ones. However, I was sitting under a sunshade, not even directly in the sun, and due to the warmth, the Soft Touch pencils were so soft and blended really well, without much layering. It was so much fun to use these pencils in the sun. Later that day, I colored the grass with my Castle Arts watercolor pencils, which I also enjoyed. But then I had the idea to paint a cloudy sky, just like I saw it in the sky at the moment. The clouds had a tint of yellow on the edges. However, it didn't look good and didn't fit the picture at all. I tried to cover the clouds with white acrylic paint. Let's just say it got better, but not good. So I printed the page again and colored it again the next day. Here's the second version. I also changed a few details like the light situation on the mushroom. Have you ever colored a page twice because you didn't like the first version? The next page is from the book Morgentau, or in English Twilight Garden by Maria Trolle. I painted this empty birdcage hanging from a mother-of-pearl bush with Castle Art Soft Touch pencils. For the background, I used soft pastels. Then I added some highlights with gel pens. If you want to see how I color the page, you can watch my speed coloring here. The last page I colored this month is from this coloring book from Action. I colored this hummingbird with no-name colored pencils and used soft pastels for the background. The circle I colored with metallic watercolors. Those were all my completed pages for March 2025. I still have 3 whips. One is this page with the humpback whales from my How to Color Snowy Mountains video. This page is from the book Geheimnisvolle Krafttiere, or in English Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson. The other 2 whips are from this Disney Princess coloring book. I based these 2 Moana pages with watercolors and started coloring Moana with no-name colored pencils. Alright, those were all my pages for March. Thanks for watching and happy coloring. Bye!